this is the WJTS News. Thank you for tuning in. I'm Bill Potter reporting. Jasper police responded to a rollover accident at the intersection of 4th Street and Newton Street in Jasper in the construction zone area Thursday afternoon around 4:30. 72-year-old Patricia Sickinger of Santa Claus was stopped on 4th Street facing east at the intersection with Newton Street in her 2023 Lincoln Corsair. 61-year-old Lisa Ware of Jasper, driving a 2006 Toyota Camry, was traveling north on Newton, approaching the intersection of 4th Street. Sickinger attempted to cross Newton and continue on to East 4th Street. As the Sickinger Corsair crossed the intersection, Ware's Camry, that is, also crossed the intersection and impacted the right side of the Corsair, causing Sickinger's Corsair to roll over, entrapping her inside. Patricia Sickinger was transported to Memorial Hospital for complaints of pain to her shoulder and legs. Lisa Ware was transported to Memorial Hospital for complaints of pain to her neck and legs. Both vehicles were total losses, and as we can tell, no charges were filed. Jasper police were assisted at the scene by the Jasper Volunteer Fire Department, Memorial EMS, Du Bois County Sheriff's Department, and Hubelor & Sons Wrecker Service. The roadway was closed for a short time. A Jasper man was arrested on child molestation charges. On September 20th, Michael L. Crockett of Jasper was sentenced to 30 years at the Indiana Department of Correction after pleading guilty to the offense of child molestation. This conviction is based on a complaint from a juvenile under the age of 14 that Crockett engaged in sexual conduct for a period of approximately 5 years. Crockett was arrested for this offense way back in July of 2023. Given the nature of the offense, Mr. Crockett was deemed to be a credit-restricted felon under Indiana law. This means that he will only receive 1 day of good time credit for every 6 days of imprisonment, which means he will have to serve approximately 25 actual years in prison for his 30-year sentence. He also will be required to register as a sex offender for the rest of his life. Du Bois County Prosecutor Beth Schrader would like to give credit to several individuals and agencies who assisted in swiftly securing this conviction and lengthy prison sentence. She commends Detective Josh Greener and the Jasper Police Department for their thorough investigation, and Deputy Prosecutor Dan Wilkinson, who prosecuted the case. An Evansville man was arrested in Pike County after a traffic stop at approximately 8:51 on Wednesday morning, September 20th, an Evansville District State Trooper was patrolling State Road 64 near Meridian Road in Pike County when he observed the driver of a 1996 Ford Ranger traveling east at 94 miles per hour. The trooper attempted to stop the vehicle, but the driver refused and continued east on State Road 64 at a high rate of speed before turning onto County Road 550 south, then north on County Road 100 east, that is, in Pike County. The driver disregarded the stop sign at County Road 475 south and continued traveling west toward Meridian Road. The driver attempted to turn south onto Meridian Road but struck a guide wire for a utility pole, causing the vehicle to roll over. The driver, who was identified as 57-year-old Henry DeWeese of Evansville, was taken into custody without further incident. DeWeese did receive minor injuries in the crash and was transported to Deaconess Midtown Hospital in Evansville, where he was treated and released. DeWeese is currently being held on bond in the Pike County Jail and is facing charges of resisting law enforcement, habitual traffic violator, and reckless driving. The Herbstfest, or Fall Celebration, continues tonight and tomorrow in Huntingburg. You are invited to enjoy the Herbstfest at the Huntingburg City Park with food, rides, activities, and events. Here's a look at Saturday's events. The Car Motorcycle Tractor Show runs from 8 a.m. to noon. The Love for Lexi and Laura 5th Annual 5K Run Walk starts at 9 a.m., so please use caution as you're driving through Huntingburg on Saturday. Throughout the morning and afternoon, there will be kids' games, volleyball, softball, cornhole, and horseshoe tournaments. Food booths, jumping jacks amusements, carnival rides, and pumpkin patch will be open at 11 a.m. The Southridge FFA will hold a kiddie pedal pull at 2 p.m. A Kids Firefighter Challenge will start at 3 p.m. Food booths, jumping jacks amusements, carnival rides, and pumpkin patch will be opening at 11 a.m. on Saturday. Saturday night's musical entertainment features Blue Collar and Jimmy Di Talente on the Midway stage. The Huntingburg Herbstfest comes to a close, that is, on Sunday with a parade through town at 2 in the afternoon. The City of Jasper has multiple updates on the Courthouse Square infrastructure and revitalization as the project nears completion. This update, given on Wednesday, states that most of the work on the square has been completed, and a punch list of items is being finished over the next 2 weeks. This list of items being finished includes finishing the nearly complete directional striping and crosswalk striping, installing traffic signal loop detectors on the westbound lane of 6th Street and 231, finishing the installation of pavers in a few spots, finishing concrete coring for the installation of various signs, and having city departments oversee final inspections of the completed work. A ribbon cutting and opening ceremony dedicating the completion of the Courthouse Square infrastructure and revitalization project will be held on Friday, October 13th at 5 p.m. around the Courthouse Square. Indiana State Police are reminding Hoosiers to be careful when driving around agricultural equipment. With the fall harvest continuing here in Indiana, there will be an increase in agricultural equipment on the roads. Hoosier motorists should expect to see large combines, tractors pulling grain carts, and other agricultural equipment on the roadways. The Indiana State Police is partnering with the Indiana Department of Agriculture to increase roadway safety by encouraging careful driving and taking the correct steps when safely navigating around large farm equipment on the roads. ISP advises Hoosier motorists and farmers to note, if you see agricultural equipment on the roadways, please slow down. Large agricultural equipment moves slower and wider turns than passenger vehicles. Farm equipment is wide and can take up most of the road, so be sure to use caution when passing. Also beware when you top a hill, there could be a combine on the other side. With the movement of large and wide agricultural equipment on the roads, allow plenty of time to get to your destination and be aware of alternate routes. When following slow-moving agricultural equipment, this may be the most important part. Please exercise patience. Beware that agricultural equipment may be moving on the roadways at night as well. And farmers should look for a wide pullover location to allow backup traffic to safely pass. DC Multisport is hosting a pickleball tournament this weekend in Jasper. Pickleball players from all over 21 Indiana communities, that is, will converge at Bonert Park in Jasper this weekend for the 3rd annual DC Multisport Battle of the Paddle Pickleball Tournament. Men's and women's doubles will be held on Saturday, September 23rd, beginning at 9 a.m. A mixed doubles competition will also be held on Sunday, September 24th, beginning at 1 p.m. The public is welcome to watch the teams compete for medals in the non-sanctioned tournament. Admission is free and spectators are encouraged to bring their own lawn chairs. Proceeds from the event will go towards the Tri-County YMCA. And this reminder, the annual Patoka Lake Watershed Cleanup Day is tomorrow, Saturday morning. Volunteer registration starts at 8 a.m. at the Patoka Lake Dam. Cleanup runs from 8 a.m. to around 11 a.m. Volunteers will be assigned areas along the shores and roadways to pick up trash. If you're driving in the vicinity of Patoka Lake, please keep an eye out for those cleaning up and use caution. All supplies needed for the cleanup are provided, like gloves, grabbers, bags, and bug spray. If you are planning to help out, you should wear sturdy closed-toe shoes and long pants. Volunteers are treated to lunch and eligible for prizes and receive a goodie bag. WBDC will be on site with music and broadcast early in the morning, and we, like WJTS TV, encourage you to stop by and thank the volunteers for keeping our water safe and clean. Now stay tuned. WJTS News will continue in a moment with a look at weather. Kurt Guxell steps in with a look at sports.